So recently there was this little gremlin by the name of Nick Fuckface. For those who don't know, he's well known for pushing white nationalist views. And recently he did a conference that he called the America First Political Action Conference. And a few Republican politicians were kind of caught with their pants down at this event. One of them being Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's in the House of Representatives. She went and spoke at the event, and then when she was asked about it, she was like, "Oh, whoa, whoops! I didn't know it was I didn't know the people hosting it were white nationalists. Oops." Aaron Rupar was talking about this. Aaron Rupar, for those who don't know, he's a journalist with 730,000 followers on Twitter. Tweeted, Marjorie Taylor Greene claims she does not know anything about Nick Fuckface and is totally unfamiliar with his white nationalist views, but she wanted to speak to his audience anyway. Brazen lying. Aaron Rupar also talked about this pertaining to the lieutenant governor of Idaho, saying it's weird how these Republicans keep speaking at Nick Fuckface events despite knowing nothing about him. And it might be the case, I don't know, it might be the case that someone like a Marjorie Taylor Greene got invited and just thought, oh, America first. Oh, this is probably just some passionate young Americans who just want to put America first. Kind of like how a lot of people on the left these days have been conned and duped into thinking that democratic socialism, it's just whatever the fuck Denmark has. More on that in a second. But even if this is the case, that Marjorie Taylor Greene and the lieutenant governor of Idaho, even if it's the case that, they just thought it was, some young kids wanting to put America first. They did not know until afterward that that the event was hosted by white nationalists. Again, whoops. So basically what Marjorie Taylor's excuse is that she's incredibly stupid and gullible and does not really do any due diligence before she goes to speak at these events. And someone like me may ask, is it a good idea? Should these people be responsible for drafting our legislation, writing our laws, or in the case of Idaho, enforcing these laws? Should these people be in these positions of power? And I would say, yeah, to the no, yeah, to the no, to the no, no, no. Yeah, so I think it's good that people like Aaron Rupar take concern with this and call this out. Even Brian Tyler Cohen jumped on this, talking about how Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't know who Nick Fuckface is. I've never heard him speak. I don't know what his views are. Meanwhile, she's taking selfies. Now, my problem with this is that people like Aaron Rupar, again, Mr. Journalist with 730,000 followers, does not seem to apply the same level of scrutiny with people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, whom he seems to be a pretty big fan of. If you follow him on Twitter, he's often quote tweeting her and tweeting out her clips, saying AOC, she's really good at this stuff.
Blow it out your ass.
Same with Brian Tyler Cohen. Tweeting out videos. Oh, this is perfectly put by AOC.
Blow it out your ass.
Yeah, I have a question for Mr. Journalist, Aaron Rupar. Where is this level of scrutiny when it comes to AOC? When she, you want to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene doing events with white nationalist types like Nick Fuckface, associating with them. Where is this same level of scrutiny when AOC does Twitch streams with pieces of shit like Hassan Piker, who is an avowed communist? Communism. What's the big deal about communism? It's only an ideology that's responsible for the deaths of tens, if not hundreds of millions of people.
Oh, you absolutely suck!
And whenever it's tried, destruction, poverty, famine, and repression always follow. It's just communism, especially with Hassan Piker, who is known for saying crazy stuff like America deserved 9/11.
What an asshole!
And he also said that landlords should be killed. He qualified it by saying, in a video game, wink, wink, yeah, okay. Hassan, or the fact that AOC is a dues-paying member of Democratic Socialists of America. And I've talked about this before. Pretty sure I was the first person on YouTube to put out a scathing video about AOC July 4th, 2018, about her ties to DSA, about how it's an organization that celebrates Karl Marx. Celebrates Karl Marx by selling merchandise on their website. And who has many members who are pretty proud, loud and proud about the fact that they think communism is a good idea. Made a follow-up video last year about how DSA San Francisco, one of the chapters of DSA, they're starting a new education program where they read the works of the allegedly brilliant Mao Zedong. You know, only one of the most brutal dictators in the history of mankind.
What an asshole!
Yeah, Aaron Rupar. Where's this level of scrutiny, huh? Doesn't stop there. I mean, DSA, they put on their Facebook page memes of Karl Marx talking about how much of a inspiration he was to democratic socialists. Their website for Young Democratic Socialists a couple of years ago put an article on their website celebrating the 150th birthday of Vladimir Lenin. If you read this article, it talks a lot about how a lot of young socialists today have a lot to learn from Vladimir Lenin, who's known for things like, you know, reigns of terror and dekulakization. Yeah, I guess that's someone democratic socialists should look up to. According to Telesur English, which is state media from Venezuela, members of Democratic Socialists of America traveled to Venezuela to meet with President Maduro. Yeah, Aaron, where's this level of scrutiny when it comes to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? And it's bad enough that these, journalists clearly don't apply the same standard to Democrats. That's bad enough. Then, of course, people like AOC, they're celebrated. They're celebrated when she's put on magazine covers with flattering pictures. Here she is. She was on the cover of Vanity Fair in 2020. Time magazine put her on their cover, calling her a phenom, the lightning rod of American politics. Then a New York magazine also put her on the cover. Rolling Stone put AOC on the cover of their magazine. The Hollywood Reporter put her on their cover when they were writing about that stupid movie that Netflix helped make about her and her upset primary victory over Joe Crowley in 2018. We got knuckleheads like Stephen Colbert inviting AOC on his show many times to kiss her ass. Yeah, where's this same level of scrutiny?
Really makes you think.
Now, for those who think that I'm just doing this to play the whataboutism card, no, I actually have a proposal for people in Congress. How about some bipartisanship, huh? You know what I want to see? I want to see the better people within the Democratic Party and the better people within the Republican Party. Want them to put their differences aside and come together and agree that all of these crazies are a total pain in the ass and bad for America, and make a compromise on some expulsions. Make some compromises. Say that people who have ties to communists or white nationalists, or associate with communists or white nationalists, or associate with groups like DSA or AFPAC, they all need to go. So Democrats will agree to expel all 4 members of DSA, which according to this Wikipedia page, I guess there are 4 members: Rashida Tlaib, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Cori Bush, and Jamal Bowman. And Republicans will agree to expel Paul Gosar and Marjorie Taylor Greene, both of whom have spoken at AFPAC over the years. And throw in other crazies like Madison Cawthorn and Matt Gaetz for good measure, just to make it even, 4 for 4. You know, maybe it will send a message to other crazies like Ilhan Omar and Lauren Boebert. Yeah, watch yourself, Lauren. Maybe you should think twice before saying crazy shit like this.
This is all about faith. Hebrews 11:1 says that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. There's some things that we haven't seen yet, but we have a favorable, confident expectation that what God has promised.
Yeah, you know what? She's not entirely wrong. That's what faith is. It's, believing in something without evidence and,
That's just not smart.
But we have a favorable, confident expectation that what God has promised, we will see come to pass. God is not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man that he should repent. And what he says will be done.
All right, and in all fairness, like, this wasn't the craziest thing she said. There's 36 minutes of this, and she says some pretty crazy things throughout this speech. But what she's about to say, I think, is pretty telling.
I love the Constitution.
She loves the Constitution. Now, this is a sitting member of Congress. For those who don't know, when you take an oath to serve in Congress, you take an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. So your views and interpretation of the Constitution actually matter a lot. So why does she love the Constitution?
Because it highlights we the people. And we the people are we the church.
Well, I guess that's one way to interpret it. What could possibly go wrong with that interpretation, that we the people actually means we the church? Huh? Is that what the Constitution means?
No, of course not.
And we the people are we the church.
Yeah, that's certainly one way to interpret the Constitution, Lauren, you crazy lady.